Uh, Sorry for that burp. Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Earth, Ernest, or Ernest P. Worrell here. Yeah, mine says it on my shirt, so. Anyway, I'm just going to talk about, sleeplessness and is it a big thing, but why no one really has a handle on it. Now, a lot of folks are going to say that sleeplessness, comes from all kinds of things. Some are going to say, oh, well, it has to do with what you ate or what you drank, which I guess can play into it. Some folks will say, oh, it has to do with how hot or how cold your room is, if you sleep with a light or something. But this is really more talking about sleeping help out there and why it always seems to be a hit and miss. You get sleep help, and I don't care if you bought it from, I don't know, Walmart or Target or, I don't know, I would say Giant Eagle because I do sell it there too, or whatever, wherever you get it from, Sam's Club, whatever, wherever you get it from, why is it it's always a hit and miss? And I know there's going to be some folks saying, "Oh, a lot of the sleep help out there is nothing more than than healing for folks who either have colds or you know other kinds of allergies, whatever the English word for it is." And they're going to say, "Oh, it's nothing more than that." Well, if that's true, then why's it got to be a hit and miss? So then you think to yourself, you think the higher up stuff would work as well. No, it never seems to work that way. So then you go to melatonin, which I guess it's sleep help, and some folks will say it is, and some folks will say it's not, and even it seems to be a hit and miss. It's like you never understand if you're doing it right because the back of the can might say, "Oh, take before you go to sleep." The other, then a warning might say, take before or right at you go to sleep. But if you take it right before you go to sleep, you're asking for a hang up. So you always gotta take it before. My mistake. And it always takes more than one to do it. And you might ask yourself, are there sleep help that one can get from one sailor? And the answer is yes. But then they're only going to give you strong sleep help if you've had a sleep hang up that's gone for, I don't know, a week, a month, I don't know. Don't really know. But when it comes to sleeplessness, folks always say, "Oh, well, if you read or write or go on the Reckoner or watch the Farseer, that'll make you sleepy." Now, for some folks, yeah, that might help them. And other folks, that just might get the brain more grounds to want to keep awake. And you never know what brings it on. That's the sad thing. You see, in the hang up about sleeplessness is that you got to be in a bind and hush. Means if you say anything or do anything, you might wake someone up. And if you're lucky enough to not wake anyone up, it's a wonder. So, yeah. But we're getting back to that. And everyone has their things for why it happened. But it always seems to be a hit and miss. Now the melatonin I got from Sam's Club some time back, it's the kind that says it'll do sleep help. This isn't the kind of one you take for your whatever vitamin, whatever the English word for it is. It's not the vitamin thing, it's not that. supposed to be the kind of sleep help. So this is the way I guess I'll have to go by doing it. One, I'm going to have to take it long before I go to sleep, like about 7, for it to fully work. Because if you take it before you go to sleep, fuck, it never truly, forgive me, but it never truly does seem to work. You know, it always seems to kick in spans later. Now, I did some reading up before I end this film, and it says that sometimes it takes many spans for it to kick in. Why is that? Because the brain is so fighting it. Well, if your brain could go to sleep, could make you go to sleep on your own without help, then it wouldn't be a hang-up, but it is. So anyway, that's just me, you know, talking about sleeplessness, about how I didn't get to sleep till about 12, woke up around 1, didn't get to sleep about 2 or so, woke up about 4, about 5, so I guess it works. Alright, that's enough for me. If you like this film, then follow me over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Or watch the last film we made yesterday over here, where Sailor Neptune talked about the same, where Sailor Neptune was talking about Fleetheart sickness. You know, which would be the 3rd time it was talked about on this YouTube fair. Well, probably not than that before. Okay, I'm Sailor Earth Ernest, and I hope you like this film. Bye.